Who is left among you that saw this house in her first glory? And how do ye see it now? Is it not in your eyes in comparison of it as nothing? Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Josedech, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith the Lord, and work, for I am with you, saith the Lord of hosts. According to the word that I covenanted with you when ye came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you, fear ye not. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once, it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. Haggai chapter 2 verses 3-6. And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. Haggai chapter 2 verse 7. But many of the priests and Levites and chief of the fathers, who were ancient men, that had seen the first house, when the foundation of this house was laid before their eyes, wept with a loud voice, and many shouted aloud for joy. Ezra chapter 3 verse 12. Is this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in your eyes? Behold, even I have seen it, saith the Lord. Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 11. And said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. Matthew chapter 21 verse 13. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee, the rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee, they shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 7. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. Isaiah chapter 19 verse 19. Even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer, their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon mine altar. For mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people. Isaiah chapter 56 verse 7. That all the people of the earth might know the hand of the Lord, that it is mighty, that ye might fear the Lord your God forever. Joshua chapter 4 verse 24. That all the people of the earth may know that the Lord is God, and that there is none else. 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 60. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering, for my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. Malachi chapter 1 verse 11. From the rising of the sun unto the going down of the same the Lord's name is to be praised. Psalm chapter 113 verse 3. Now therefore, O Lord our God, save us from his hand, that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that thou art the Lord, even thou only. Isaiah chapter 37 verse 20. That they may know from the rising of the sun, and from the west, that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, Yahweh, and there is none else. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 6. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh, shall lift up a standard against him. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. For who hath despised the day of small things? For they shall rejoice, and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with those 7, they are the eyes of the Lord, which run to and fro through the whole earth. Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars. 2 Chronicles chapter 16 verse 9. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. Psalm chapter 34 verse 15. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 3. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Amos chapter 9 verse 8. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 12. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne, yea, he doth establish them forever, and they are exalted. Job chapter 36 verse 7. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. Psalm chapter 33 verse 18. For yet a very little while, and the indignation shall cease, and mine anger in their destruction. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 25. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 20. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. Isaiah chapter 66 verse 14. For his anger endureth but a moment, in his favor is life, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Psalm chapter 30 verse 5. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer. Isaiah chapter 54 verses 7 to 8. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 17.